G'day all and welcome to another Fixit Fingers Quick Fix. Wifey and I recently acquired some art for our bedroom and it is huge, to put it lightly. Well, heavily, actually. The most important thing with hanging anything on the wall, particularly a large object, is your planning. So we're going to use some blue tape to make some marks. The first thing is to find not the center for us, but the center of where we wanted these two near identical pieces of art to hang. To transfer that mark up top, I like to use my tape measure as a plumb bolt. Using a small spirit level, I'll be able to get the mark I can measure easily down the bottom up to near the cornice or the crown moulding at the top. Now you can just use your tape measure standing up here on a step ladder, but as you've seen, they go a little bit floppy and it is difficult at times to do this. So using the plumb bolt method is great. Then you can double check using the tape measure to the sides of your walls and again mark out the distances so you have a point of reference from which to drill your holes. Now obviously these measurements are going to be unique for every individual piece of artwork or frame. If you have a hanging wire, you don't have to be quite as fastidious as this. If like me you have two fixed points to hang a large artwork from, and while you can just measure the distance between the two hangers, a quick double check is to measure the width of the material's frame and then remove that from the artwork's width. It should give you the same number. Now I know where my holes are going to go. We're going to pick a distance from the ceiling which we wish this artwork to hang. A bit more mathematics, and it's great to draw yourself out a plan such as I have here. We've decided that we want the artworks to hang 20 centimeters, which means the holes need to be 25 centimeters from the ceiling. The gap between them we wish to be about 30 mils or 1.25 inches, which means the two closest holes from each panel need to be 2 inches or 50 millimeters apart. Now for the exciting bit with all that planning done. These are the bolts that I was supplied with the artwork. They are 3/8 of an inch or 10 millimeters wide, but we're not going to drill that out first. We're going to get a 6 millimeter or 1/4 inch drill bit to do the pilot hole. Then we'll go to the full width. Making yourself up one of these dust collecting trays is an extremely good idea. I of course have bricks. If you want to know how to drill into bricks because you're not terribly confident, I'll put a link up to my video on that exact topic. However, if you have stud walls, then this is going to be a little bit trickier for you. I won't go into catches just now, but again, here is a nifty video on good wall anchors for you if you are unfamiliar with them. So a careful pilot hole through the blue tape, followed by the widening bit out to the full 10 millimeters, will leave us two nice clean holes, and the dust catcher did its work excellently. No mess. Suck out any of the spare dust in those holes with your vacuum so they don't foul up the plugs as you tap them in. The screws that came with my artwork I believe are actually a tiny bit too small. I've used them, they're working for now, but I think I'll go up to slightly longer ones when I paint this wall eventually. With the two central screws in, we can now use our measurements from earlier, a spirit level, and some quick measurements off the ceiling and the adjacent wall to quadruple check the spacing between the holes. Then it's a simple matter of drilling out those holes one more time on each side. And we're ready to hang. And there she is, all done. Just kidding. A little cameo from the lovely wifey, because these things are heavy. This is sped up a little bit, and there was of course the typical little fuss and bother of trying to get them on. At least I thought there would be. And then clever smarty pants that she is, managed to hook it up without even looking.
Did you get it?
Always satisfying putting a level on top and finding it to be lovely.
Yes. Oh. Mwah.
Up goes panel number 2, again with the lovely wifey's help. Trying to do this by yourself would have been remarkably challenging. So grab a spare pair of hands where you can.
Stay.
Another quick check square on the second artwork and the gap between them. And we've got some lovely, heavy and beautiful paintings on the wall. The troubles over the past year and a half or so globally and particularly here in Sydney recently, have really made the art community suffer. This beautiful piece is now a permanent fixture in our bedroom, and we'd encourage you to support your local arts community as well. Thanks for watching this Fixit Fingers Quick Fix. I hope it has given you a few little pointers for getting heavy, large artwork on your walls. If you have any more DIY home handyman type problems, then check out this playlist and I might have a few additional tips and tricks for you. Catch you soon.